Good afternoon and happy Columbus Day to everyone out there. This is forecaster Robert Smith from GardenStateWeather.com, New Jersey, and the Northern Mid-Atlantic Region's Weather News Portal. And this is the Monday afternoon, Columbus Day, October 10, 2011 daily video forecast discussion. It's a beautiful afternoon out there with temperatures hovering in the lower 80s and some high cirrus clouds now beginning to overspread the area from central western Pennsylvania down through southern New Jersey. They're not really occluding all of the sky, so most of the sky cover here is generally sunny or mostly sunny, and it's such a pleasant day today that you'll probably not like the forecast coming up over the next 48 to 72 hours, but we're going to enjoy at least today. Tomorrow should feature a little bit more cloud cover too, probably holding back temperatures just slightly, but still tomorrow is going to be the last day of a very pleasant holiday weekend. Okay, let's stop the graphic here now. This is the eastern U.S. water vapor with the high density winds and frontal boundaries and tropical plots here. So a lot of action going on in this map. What I want you to pay attention to are the brighter blues. This is a very strong uplifting of air. There's a disturbance here which hasn't been named by the Hurricane Center. It's neither subtropical, but it's got some tropical characteristics in it. And it's moving inland over southeastern Georgia. It's probably going to continue to move to the north and east very gradually as this ridge of high pressure, which has been so much in control and providing us with delightful weather and very warm temperatures over the last 48 hours, begins to slide out to the east. In southeastern Canada, we have upper-level confluence, and that's why surface high pressure continues to build over the northeastern United States and southeastern Canada, with high pressure also continued to be centered in the mid and upper levels of the atmosphere. Very dry air now offshore, off the Atlantic coast, and then back down into the southeast Atlantic. We have very strong inflow of southerly winds here and precipitation on the way, as we have another upper level system and a frontal structure developing out here in the upper plains and south central Canada. These two areas will combine in not probably the best way for the period Wednesday through Thursday, and that's going to produce periods of rain, a raw onshore flow as winds become southeast and then easterly, and we'll get into all of that in just a moment. A lot of action here for this region of the southeastern United States over the next 12 to 24 hours. We've got lake wind advisories, South Carolina. More importantly, we've got some flash flood watches, even some flash flood warnings in parts of interior Florida, and and small craft advisories all the way up from Virginia Beach down to Fort Lauderdale, and then again along the Gulf Coast too, from the panhandle of Florida all the way back to southern Louisiana. Now, if we overlay the radar with this, which we're going to do right now, and see if we can start this up here, you can see the motion of the rain. There's some very heavy rain in this area of upper low pressure moving into southeast Carolina and Georgia this afternoon, and as a result the winds and seas are going to continue to produce seas anywhere from 8 to 12 feet and winds as choppy as 20 to 35 knots at times for boaters and mariners out here. The real problem is going to be the rain, which is going to continue to spread inland and eventually up the eastern seaboard, probably Wednesday afternoon through Thursday morning. Forecast charts for the rest of this afternoon into the evening hours. A weak cold front, back-end cold front, a backdoor cold front sliding through northern portions of our Jersey metropolitan area, New York metropolitan area. Other than a slight wind shift, we're not really expecting any severe weather, very little if anything, other than perhaps just a wind shift. High pressure still in control from east of Hudson's Bay, Canada, all the way down through the mid-Atlantic states. Here comes low pressure developing off the South Carolina coastline, and there will be thatches of rain and even some moderate to heavy rain across the interior portions of the Carolinas. Lighter chances of overall rain across southern and northern South Carolina and northern Carolina all the way down through the Florida Panhandle. As we get through tomorrow morning and then into tomorrow evening, front is nearly stationary just to our south, probably just on top of Philadelphia. High pressure still in control. Clouds streaming northward. Tomorrow probably going to get a little bit more cloud cover in the mid and higher levels of the atmosphere over the forecast area. Low pressure still developing and holding its ground here along the Carolina coast. Moderate to heavy rain now in strong inflow of moisture coming in from off the Atlantic, so the rainfall could be coming heavier now across the Carolinas, interior mountains of the Carolinas, throughout tomorrow afternoon as well. And then as we get into the morning on Tuesday, and again the afternoon and evening hours, low pressure still hugging the coast here, the Carolinas. Rain, moderate rain. We could be dealing with some flooding concerns here in this area across the Carolinas and the mountains. High pressure still in control, but sliding gradually east now through into Nova Scotia, and the frontal boundary has pretty much washed out. So we're just waiting for the rain to become in our area probably during the day on Wednesday afternoon and continuing into Thursday. Okay, after looking at all of the data, the ADA, the WRF, the GFS, I'm going to go with the ADA right now, the WRF model. Generally, because it looks like the most consistent model in the forecast package, if we average them all out, they're pretty much close. GFS bringing in precipitation probably a little bit too quickly, and due to the high pressure that's in our area, it's going to take a while for the atmosphere to saturate. Right now, we're going to start off with Wednesday morning. We can see the rains now getting into the Delaware Valley area, and then into Baltimore, Maryland, and just to southwest of Philadelphia into central Pennsylvania. This area will have to be watched because this area, as we get into the day on Wednesday and into Wednesday night, you can see moderate to heavy rain beginning to spread now through portions of central and eastern Pennsylvania. So the areas that were pretty much flooded with Lee and perhaps even portions of Irene, as we get through this area, the Poconos, northwestern New Jersey, and also areas here in southeastern New York through the Berkshires and that region in there that have had problems with flooding over the last couple of months with the tropical storms and hurricanes, will probably also be faring on the onshore side with additional rainfall coming in. As we get through the day on Thursday, we'll stop Thursday morning, and most of the rain, according to the model here, has lifted to the north, and precipitation will be coming to an end, according to this model here. But then we might have another batch of precipitation developing on Friday as the upper low across the Midwest and a cold front moves into our area, which would put us in an unstable environment, and again, the chance of showers and thunderstorms would come into the picture during Friday afternoon, which is not being shown because this model goes out to 87 hours. It's Monday, so probably later runs will continue to show the convective possibility here across the New Jersey, New York City, Philadelphia metro area for Friday and Friday afternoon as round 2 comes through. Until that time, we can see just west of the Poconos and into portions of New York State and all the way down through the Virginias and Maryland here. This is a swath of very moderate to heavy localized rain, which also could be enhanced orographically by the wind coming up along the mountain range, and that lifting the air additionally to produce heavier rainfall in this area. We call that orographic lifting, and that could be another factor to enhance the rainfall. So we're going to keep a monitor on all of this and give you a better lowdown later tonight here on GardenStateWeather.com. So enjoy the rest of this holiday, and welcome back into October as we continue to roll on. GardenStateWeather.com, New Jersey and the Northern Mid-Atlantic regions weather news portal. I'm forecaster Robert Smith. You make it a very pleasant evening. We'll be back on later tonight or on Tuesday morning.